Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to the League of Dracula 2023. It's so exciting to finally say that. I know it's not been too long since the previous tournament, but it's great to have another one underway. This is a first stage Group D match between Werecraft playing as the Hunters and Ondra playing as Dracula. And this is I think it's the third match that's been played today. It's the first one that I've been able to see. I don't know what else has been happening, but really excited to be spectating this and watching this. And we've got a special guest alongside me in the commentary booth. You've probably seen his name in quite a lot of the recent videos on my channel, but the first time that you'll be able to hear his voice, we've got WcKaczek with us. Hello. Welcome to the channel.
Hello, it's me. I'm happy to be here to watch the game of my future opponents.
Well, that's the thing, because these are your group rivals, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Just to get a little bit of insider information.
Yeah, actually I'm playing Ondra tomorrow.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but you're playing Ondra's Hunters, right?
Yes.
Right, so it's Rovers. I mean, to be fair, if anybody doesn't know how the League of Dracula works, you think, oh, that's not very fair, you can see your opponents. All of the scheduled times of the matches are posted in a communal document that all the participants can see. So it's fair game. Anybody can watch anybody else's games if they so wish. So yeah, this will be really cool. And yeah, hopefully I'm more awake today and I can actually produce some decent vocabulary, because anybody who watched the tournament preview video, the only word I could say for the entire thing was interesting. I probably said it for about 100 times. So hopefully I can bring a bit more vocabulary to this one. Obviously Ondra just taking a little bit of time to choose his starting location, but that's... Oh no, he's actually started his location, so... What's the hold up?
Yeah, Werecraft actually mentions that...
Oh, Werecraft is back. Okay, that's fine. It was a Werecraft thing. That's okay, no problem.
He likes to make his opponent waiting.
The other thing that's also really interesting about this, like I've said interesting again, is that Werecraft and Ondra played each other in last year's League of Dracula. They were both in Group B, the same group that I was in. So they've got a little bit of resumption of that rivalry that they had. I can't remember what happened when Ondra was Hunters. I think Werecraft won both games. But I remember watching, I think with Roscoe alongside me, the match, this very same matchup where Ondra was Dracula, and from what I can remember, it was really, really close. So hopefully we'll have another epic game today. But we don't know. Obviously, first week, not really too much until Dracula's space is revealed, or if we start seeing any strange stuff with item discards or whatever. It's not really too much going on. So I'll ask you, while we're waiting for things to build up, how are you feeling about the competition? Because obviously the first time that you're competing, so how do you feel about it all?
Firstly, very excited. And mixture between stressed and hopefully confident.
that sounds like the classic emotions for League of Dracula.
Yeah, I had a lot of opportunity to play with top players, so little bit with you, actually quite a lot with Mr. Green and Spencer.
Yep. And
my win rate isn't that bad. I mean, apart against you, okay, but we're on fixing road with that one. So I'm afraid, especially of Werecraft and Quincy Morris. These are famous, one of the most experienced players, right, in community.
Yeah.
But but I played a lot of more games than them for past few months. So
yeah, that's the cool dynamic with all of this, and it's something that I made clear in the tournament preview, where we've got players like, as you said, Quincy Morris, Werecraft, and there are others who have got a lot of previous tournament experience, but they haven't played a lot. Werecraft's had a few practice games, but not many. Quincy hasn't played, to my knowledge anyway, hasn't been playing openly. Hasn't been asking for matches. Whereas you've played a lot, so how much is their experience going to carry for them, or the fact that you've had the more recent experiences of playing against a lot of different people, how much that'll work in your advantage? And I think that's kind of, until you play them, we will never know. So
yeah, I hope to be able to surprise them. I was testing many stuff on many players, and some of them worked really badly, and some of them actually really worked. And I hope I have some new ideas to bring to the community. And it will be fun to test them in the competitive environment.
And so that balance, though, what stuff do you want to play in a tournament match, or when it's like, maybe I should play something safer?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, Werecraft pulled behind the veil, even though the game is not showing me. It was a reckless vampire he discarded, so there was clearly no fog in his hand. Did you see any of the other encounters he had?
There were 2 hoaxes.
Okay.
And some important stuff that was like the top tier.
Okay, I think there was a saboteur and a spy, but don't quote me on that. That might not be right. But the fact there was no fog, but then he's got rid of a vampire, it's good for Ondra that he hasn't got rid of fog. But then one vampire fewer could be more important too. It's yeah. Oh, interesting. Dark Call. This is like old meta stuff. Oh, I love it. This is not. Okay. This is when I started watching Quincy Morris about when I started watching February 2022. So 18 months ago. This was the meta. Yeah, first encounter, and then Dark Call. Fascinating.
I don't like it personally.
Why? Tell us. Why don't you like it?
I think I understand the idea that you're trying to avoid newspapers by separating your trail, right, with undiscoverable cards, and to limit the number of the locations so the scouts are less likely to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, if you get hit by the newspapers, then you're in such a big disadvantage. Your trade is short, you are damaged, your encounter economy is hurt because of the Dark Call, funnily enough, what we talked about.
Yeah.
And it is like extremely swingy strategy, I guess.
So yeah, that's something we were talking about it in the Discord privately. Dark Call is kind of this weird thing. It doesn't actually help your counter economy. It gives you more choice of what encounters you can play, because he's just added more encounter cards, but it doesn't actually allow you to get through your encounter hand faster. Maybe.
Yes, because when you play Dark Call, you don't play encounter.
Yep.
And when Dark Call goes to the trail, you can't turn it into lair. So after a few days, you are actually 2 encounters behind.
Yeah. So you're trading.
And you pay for life.
Yeah, that's true. So you're and then there's also the fact that the hunters have 1 less encounter to deal with.
Yeah. 1 less movement, 1 less night action, 1 less damage, maybe weapon reveal.
Yeah. So you're trading all of that for more potential, like combo potential with encounters, or if you don't like your hand. I think maybe it was also a response to Behind the Veil, the fact that Werecraft saw everything he had, and probably the vampire was the best thing in his hand. He was like, I want to get more vampires, let's play Dark Call.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so first, I mean, that's the thing, right? The first encounter is a vampire. So if this vampire matures, if he will able to hit it because of his little trick, then actually his encounter economy isn't hurt because the Dark Call is removed.
That's true.
The trail, right?
Yeah, and then if it was any normal trail, he would have lost those encounters and not be able to layer them anyway. So, yeah. Oh, he got the newspaper.
Yeah.
Wow. He's in Barcelona, so he can deal with this. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he hid after it too. Wow.
If it was like quote unquote normal strategy, Dracula would be 2 spaces away already.
Yeah. Or right? if he's still chosen to hit, it'd be 1. But still, I agree. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you. My mentality as Dracula is just get as much stuff down to slow the hunters. I had a game the other. I can't remember, was that against you or Mr. I can't remember who I was playing now. Bad memory. But I had a really bad hand. I had no vampires at the beginning. But I was like, I'll throw down a bodyguard then, and then a mob, and then something else, and then a vampire when it came into my hand. I kind of value other encounters because of their mature effects. I was literally just before you pulled newspaper reports, I was about to say I was really interested that Ondra put a rumor token here, because often when Ondra plays Dracula, he doesn't put a rumor token on the first space. So I actually really liked it. Like, oh yeah, he's being, more aggressive. He wants to try and force that, early, mature, get the 7 points, but then there's just, newspapers come along and ruin that, unfortunately. And the fact it's so close to Seward. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, I'm surprised he decided on Barcelona, because the newspapers, even on day 5, work really well anyway, because it's easy to pursue at the colder.
Yeah. I guess it depends on what it is. Further. If it's bats, then if it was a day 5 newspaper, bats would protect it enough. I mean, but the thing is that we're assuming here that Seward is going to get a stake to deal with this vampire, if it's a fighting vampire. If not, the other two, because obviously Van Helsing's not going to get to this in time, so it's going to be Mina or Godalming. But if Dracula's heading that way, he can try and trap them with some encounters. So, I mean, I know he's been found, but it's not the end of the world. If Seward can't pull a stake, dealing with this vampire is going to be harder.
Yeah, it's not. But, like, in my opinion, in this case, like, Dark Hole didn't work, right?
Maybe he knew he wanted to do hide trick, so he wanted to get Dark Hole in order to have a good protecting encounter in the hide, like a bat, for example.
Yeah, okay.
So that's maybe that's maybe an argument why you should Dark Hole then, if you haven't got it in your hand immediately.
Yeah. Well, it also depends a lot on experience, right? Maybe that's the way he likes to play and protect stuff.
Yeah,
so based on that, he builds the trail.
Nothing exceptionally unusual in item discards. So that's okay. Oh, he's moving for it already, so he's pretty confident then. He must have a stake. He wouldn't be moving this early if he didn't have a stake.
Yeah, but very dangerous, because it can be fighter vampire, and it can be bats.
Yeah.
If the vampire does some damage and bats push away, okay, my whole elaboration didn't matter.
Well, see, so if this was a slightly more inexperienced hunter, I know what would probably happen here. The hunter would search this at night, and if it is bats, Dracula would then position himself in a way that the hunter gets pushed into Dracula's location. I don't think Werecraft's not going to fall for this. Well, I might eat my words, but I think Werecraft's going to play this very safe. He'll search this in the day tomorrow. So then, if it is something really bad like a bat, then
yeah.
Oh, and he's moving Mina down. Wow. Okay, so he's moving really early. I know he revealed Dracula's space, but he must feel pretty confident with the items he's got.
Well, he has the circle, right? So Mina actually can block space for Dracula, like Marcellus.
See, this is why I need you. I didn't even pay attention to what she had. Okay, Holy Circle and Speedy Telegraph. Okay, Speedy Telegraph doesn't reveal very much. Holy Circle, that's good to reveal because it just puts Dracula off completely from trying to do anything.
Yeah, it's not escape route. Getting off escape route from hunters, it's at least one event less that is useful. But Circle, you want to get rid of it anyway, right? In the future. So as Dracula, it is really a deterrent. You have no value from the first fight.
No. I guess the advantage, if there is one, of Holy Circle, you can still enter the fight, and you can do a couple of rounds with Dracula and try and get a little bit of damage in, and then Holy Circle out when he's going to escape as bat, or if he mesmerizes Mina or whatever. Whereas Escape Route just says, nah, I just don't want it at all.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, hi Gyro. I know Gyro's not in the chat, but he's just joined the game, so hi Gyro. I see. I told you that he wouldn't search Barcelona with Seward. He just didn't fall for that at all.
Yeah.
But this is interesting now because the rest of Spain is now a little bit open. I would not be surprised here if Dracula... He hasn't wolf formed, so my gut feeling is if he hasn't wolf formed, he's probably just going to walk into Spain at this point.
I mean, the issue is right now that's because he didn't search. If these are the bats, he can't deal alone with the 4.
No, true. Yeah, which is why he's probably having to move Mina so early. He knows that's going to be the case. All depends on what it is. Let's see. He's probably probably stake it now. But if he has a stake, he can stake the vampire, then the bat just pushes him away, so he can deal with it. He can choose the order that the encounter triggers.
Yeah.
So.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
This is him searching.
That's no stake.
Oh, it's aristocratic.
So it's...
He didn't have a stake. Okay. Holy moly. Wow.
Oh. Okay.
That was very bold of him not to have used stake. Unless he realised because Ondra didn't ambush, he just made an educated guess as aristocratic.
Can be.
Or maybe just went, I can't waste time getting a stake. I'll just run in and just hope.
Well, actually, he was right. If he spent 1 turn more, he could have a real issue.
Yeah.
For Seward to be safe from bats and to be able to stake it.
Yeah.
Anyway, right?
Or the fact it was fog. It would have been.
Yeah.
It would have been on the final night before it matured that he would be able to search it, and then who knows what it could have been. It could have easily been a fighting vampire at night.
Okay. But now, again, that's the issue of using 2 powers that don't move you, right?
Yeah.
Hunters are closing in, and Dracula is hurt by 2 damage, which is more than it sounds, and just 2 spaces away. Like the most obvious spot is 15, and if he's not in 15, he can be closed fairly easily by hunters.
Yes. Yeah. Because Van Helsing, if he's in Spain, for example, Van Helsing's on a direct rail line. It'll take, chartered carriage. He could get on him. Mina isn't, but with a chartered carriage, he could get onto Dracula's space. It just depends. And also then, if he's in Spain, he's going to have to go to sea. That's even more damage. He'd ideally want to feed before he goes, but then is he going to have the time to feed? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's still moving. Still no wolf form.
I think, well, if he was in 15, or there is quite good obscurity of his movement. Like, he probably is safe right now, right? So it is good to wait a little bit with wolf form, because the furthest he could wolf from is 15, and if he wolf forms and gets caught, he has entire week without wolf form.
Yeah,
and the fog.
That's true. Unless he can escape his bat from the location where he wolf formed, then you get the wolf form back.
Yeah.
The fact, as you said, the fact he's hurt himself from Dark Call, he doesn't really want to be fighting at the moment. And he has no idea what any of the hunters have either. So he's just asking for trouble. Anything else?
Yeah, and the discard looks really good for hunters.
Yeah.
They had no awkward discards, like no stakes, no knives.
No. There is one rifle,
Only
but
one rifle.
if you're compensating getting rid of a rifle, but you've kept a heavily hosed or a knife or a stake, that's probably, or a fast horse, that's worth it.
Yeah.
I really like also too. He's just keeping Godalming in 38, just blocking that off, and just makes it. If Dracula is trying to do something where Dracula could be in 60 right now, looking to wolf form, he can still wolf form through Godalming, obviously, but it's just a deterrent. It's just so easy. He'll just check 59 or 58 and catch you.
Yeah, especially a little bit of supplies, some reveal, and suddenly Godalming is in the middle of the map. Maybe with some movement, he can go anywhere, right?
Yep. absolutely. As you saw, Mina's got rid of Holy Soul and has a rifle now, so her combat strength is just even more now.
Okay, so second phase of the game actually started early. Hunters, I feel, are in comfortable position. First rumor token dealt with, 1 and Reckless down, Fog down, and only 3 encounters to deal with.
But he's got time to deal with those encounters, right? Because you've got the Dark Claw and the Hide. It's not like those 3 encounters are about to mature. He's got time to think about this and go, well, if I want to do an extra supply, I can. If I move but I don't find the trail, it's not the end of the world. I've got another day to go after it. So yeah, it's yeah, I agree. I mean, until they start getting onto Dracula's space, I think I agree. Hunters are in a decent position here.
Especially that events seem to be quite polite, let's say, for Hunters, in the sense that not many Dracula events, and actually only single but crucial one revealing event. And this is very important too, right? Sometimes you just got useless scouts early that tell you nothing. But instead of that, Hunters got some events that they can keep.
Yep, absolutely. And the advantage was then Seward was stuck in fog for 2 days, basically, and he could just supply and continue to improve ticket economy. It's only downside to fog. It just means the Hunter's like, oh, I'm going to stay put, I'll just supply then.
Yes, but I'd argue that he needed this fog because if Seward would be mobile and Dracula would be like 1 to 2 spaces away, it's like very dangerous to be very fast game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting. So he's 4 away. Still no wolf form. So if he is somewhere like a Milan or a, Zurich, not looking to wolf form past Godalming yet. Maybe he's trying to go up into northern Germany. Maybe.
Or maybe he's in Spain. That's why he's not wolf forming.
Well, that's also very possible. Yep. Yep.
The safest place for him.
Yeah, because that's the problem. If he's moving, say, Strasbourg, Zurich, he's in the middle of all of them. But then if you can get out of that net and escape, then the Hunters could be in trouble. Okay, well, then that makes that's even more likely that he's in Spain. But that was an important place to check.
I think I can guess the next Helsing move.
Would you be aggressive here with Van Helsing and move him into Spain?
I would move him probably first to take 8 and Mina to 54.
Yeah.
Or supplying if he's not ready.
I would agree. I'd move him to 8. I mean, if he's going to supply, that's fine too. But yeah, I would move Van Helsing to 8 because you don't want a situation where Dracula's then sneaking back out into the middle of the map. You want to try and ascertain that pretty quickly that he is still stuck in Spain. But if he's supplying, that's absolutely fine. Oh, Mina's going to 8.
Mina.
Well, that's okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's
some trade and stuff.
Yeah, that's really good. They can trade and they can do a psychic scan. That's really efficient. That's probably I've probably said this on camera before. Utilizing Mina's ability is probably one of my clear weaknesses as a player. I would just be like, let's charge into Spain. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think that actually Mina ability is usually looked as one of the most powerful abilities. Obviously, without Helsing.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh, and he didn't even get ambushed for it. That's such a huge win for the Hunters.
A clutch stake.
But I'm
really interested.
Sorry, I get why Ondra didn't. I get why Ondra didn't ambush there because he's like Seward doesn't have a stake because he didn't use it against the aristocratic, but then he must have picked it up, or maybe he deduced they would be an aristocratic. Yeah, that's really cool.
Seward had 1 supply, right? Seward had only 1 supply.
Mm.
So what is for it to be stake? I'm really interested if Werecraft hold the stake.
Mm. Right. There is also a possibility that Dracula is in Geneva right now, but the odds of it are highly unlikely.
Yes.
But Godalming could rule it out tomorrow. So yeah, he's almost certain.
If it was Spencer playing Dracula, I would say that Vinila is the most probable spot for him right now. But I'm interested where Ondra is.
Let's think. If he is Spain, probably might go up to Santander, or he went straight to Madrid. We might be working on the south coast, and is now going to Lisbon potentially. Oh, that's a lot of prompts.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
This is really scary.
That is very scary. At least one of them has to be a renewed vigor, surely. I know we know he has a speedy telegraph. That's been revealed.
Yes, and 3 other prompts. So what? 2 long night and one more speedy telegraph. Probably a renewed figure. So that's the advantage. Like all hunters are full on events.
Yeah. Yeah. Van Helsing's short of 1, but otherwise, yeah, they are stocked up. There's a. Oh yeah, that's the stake that Seward used. Okay, couple of pistols. Yeah, nothing. Oh, Mina's on the move. Oh.
Oh, so safe.
Yeah, that's very yeah. It is very safe.
I wonder. Yeah, I'm surprised that the Stewart used stake already.
Yep.
So it might be needed. It may be fine to like, especially that Dracula didn't go to see it, to move like 3 hunters to clear trail in 1-2 days, and then be ready to go off even before Dracula lands.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
probably something with items.
Yeah, again, if the trade was extremely necessary, then I'm okay with it. But yeah, Seward's down an item.
Maybe some awkward horses, like maybe Helsing had 3 horses,
Maybe. Have we seen any horses yet?
No.
No, because Mina railed down to Genoa. Yeah, that's right. She hasn't. Yeah, we've seen no horses yet. Yeah, but he's not doing. The fact he's trading and not doing ticket economy, it is very possible then that it's just horses. Oh, there's a horse. There we go. Oh, okay. So maybe it's very possible that Seward had double horse potentially.
Yeah, and maybe no weapons, so like afraid to move.
Well, that's fair enough then. Yeah, I was going to say, you kind of said the point too. I'd be worried if Dracula goes to sea and there's like a trail of say 4 or 5 encounters, because the hunters could get stuck with this, and then Dracula goes wherever he wants. Especially if Mina's having to deal with encounters, she's not available to do a hypnosis, for example.
Yeah. Oh, one more.
Oh, this is fascinating. Does Werecraft pull the trigger here? He doesn't know where he is though. There's a Dracula event on top, so it's not like you can get a lucky hired scouts to find him. So that there's no possibility of that.
The famous Scot-sword.
Yeah.
Those hired scouts, right?
If you supply often enough, eventually you'll just get them. But does he pull? He's really waiting here. Is he thinking about pulling a renewed vigor? Oh, that's very bold. Because there's a chance.
And with only 200, like. Yeah, if Godalming were in Marseilles, right, he could do like some rail or like any movement card to be in the action. But right now, it's really.
Because there's now no space. I know he said he was in Amberia last turn, but he could have been in Santander and he snuck out into Bordeaux. He's pulling the trigger. Ooh, wow.
Ooh, very good. So he's betting on probably Dracula being in what? 1 on 12? His newspapers. He knows the direction of Dracula.
Kind of. 1, 2, 3, 4. But he could still be in Bordeaux. He could have gone Granada, Madrid, Santander, Bordeaux. But probably in Lisbon now. But Hyde's up though. I think.
No, Hyde just moved.
It was before Saragossa. No, so he couldn't. So Hyde isn't there. Maybe that's why he's pulling the trigger now. Yes. He knows he can't hide. Oh.
Yes.
That's very interesting. Oh, let's see if this could be a very quick win if this works for him. If not, maybe he wouldn't do this if he didn't have 2 renewed vigors. He's like, I can use 1 because I've got another one as a backup if it goes wrong. That's how I play, but if I've only got 1 renewed vigor, I hold it like gold dust unless I see a really obvious opportunity.
Yeah, but also it is dangerous because if he moves one of the hunters on Bat or Saboteur, like his whole renewed figure is.
Oh, it was Lisbon. Oh, so he did go.
How did he do this? But how did he know?
I did say Lisbon, but that means he must have gone via Madrid some way. Oh.
Escape route.
Well, that's good for Seward. But remember, Seward has a supply. Oh, this is really good for him. He can get his last item and an event.
That's true. But usually hunters like to try to kill the vampire with the first hunter, so others can move in for free.
True. But maybe I think the supply is just more valuable. Maybe he has another escape route, and he's thinking, well, I can move in with Mina with escape route, or if Van Helsing could get here too, if chartered carriage is available. If it's a 3v1, even
if it's free to do that.
He's supplying, so maybe that means he doesn't have chartered carriage then.
Chartered carriage moves him directly onto the.
Ooh.
Yeah, but then. That would be so early if he used renewed vigor and not prepared. Maybe Mina and Stuart were just, one horse and all of combat items.
Because we have to think about the consequences, right? He could just kill Dracula here and now if the fight goes well. If Dracula somehow gets out of this without taking too much damage, there's an entire week's trail to deal with. And he's blown.
Not get out without taking damage. Sister Agatha is there. He is already 2 damage down, and he's next to the sea.
Yeah.
Or exits are blocked.
So it's going to be a 2v1. Not great for Dracula, but it's not, the end of the world either. It can be way worse.
And it is actually, I would argue, very close to the end of the world, because any damage right now is really hindering Dracula.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The fact, as you said, he's by the sea, so he's just going to take even more damage.
Probably wants to land with full farm, too.
Depends how far he wants to travel by sea. Also, we've got to remember, Sister Agatha's in play.
Yeah. So the exit won't be free. And 6-round combat doesn't sound fun too either.
Okay. Somewhat predictable.
Now the 50-50.
Is it a 50-50? Of course, there's 2 choices, but dodge counters everything other than plotting.
Yes, but Dracula has over 50% right now to have plotting.
Really? Over 50%?
Yes, in the starting hand, you have about 53-55% to have at least one specific card like Mesmer. Right. So in actually round 2 it is higher, right?
Oh, we got the 50-50 wrong. Well, that's good for Dracula. The
Yeah.
more and more damage he can inflict, if he can get another 2 damage in, it's still hard though. You got
I mean, this is important because this is one of the way outs. If Mina gets 2 more damage and let's say got clawed turn 1, maybe Dracula can kill one of the hunters, stay in place, feed all of that.
Yeah. Mina has 2 combat items. So she's fairly well equipped. Okay, so Vampire did 4 damage, which is, decent. That's above average.
Yeah. Sadly, she heals now. Sadly for Dracula.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because Renewed Vigor. Yeah, she moved first. So she can either just apply or she heals. Yeah, of course she does. Yes, that's even... So that makes perfect sense then, that Sue takes the escape route. And then because she knew she had the free hill waiting for her. Ah, that's a good play. Yeah. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Oh. No. Come on, game. don't bug out on us now. Interesting. It's gotta be. It's all heavily hosted. Knives. There might be a pistol floating around, but... Oh no, planned ambush though. So,
Okay.
that's one thing going for Draco, but the fact Aggie's in play just makes it all a little bit more awkward.
Yeah, because starting with Fangs is quite often a good start for Dracula, especially if he's first in health.
Yeah.
If you hit punch, if you hit rifle, if you hit heavy host, all good results, right?
Yeah, but then if Werecraft thinks he's going to do that, he'll just play double knife, if he has it, obviously.
Yeah.
Or garlic or something. Werecraft's not a fan of garlic, so he's made that clear before. I think both crucifixes are in the discard pile. It also depends on Dracula's hand, right? We're all saying, oh yeah, we play Fangs, maybe he doesn't even have it. Oh. Maybe try and get Seward out the fight, maybe? Oh, there's the Fangs.
Alright. And a rifle. Oh, is it Holy Bullets time?
No, all of them are in the discard pile, I think. Oh, so
Okay.
yeah, he doesn't really heal off it. And he takes 2 damage, and now it's whatever Mina does. Imagine if now Mina has played Heavenly Host.
That would be painful. Yeah.
Oh no, pistol. Now there's the last pistol.
Okay.
Wow.
But that's good to know that Mina has only one anti-pat weapon. But still, pats don't help for Dracula.
Seward must have another one.
He,
Seward would not play his rifle like that unless he's got another one.
yeah.
So he must have a knife or another rifle. He must do.
Yes, that's true. Or I have any host.
Oh yeah, what is Seward's combat situation? Oh, he's only got 2 combat items. Oh, he must have picked up another stake then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or a horse.
Oh.
Okay, what happened? Claws, okay.
Oh.
Knife. And he doesn't care about escape. That is bold. Yeah, I totally understand it because now it is so much damage that, you know what, Dracula? You can run. I don't care.
Yeah, he's just gonna limit Dracula's ability to play the rest of the game. As long as the hunters don't die here, he can get Mina down to 1 health. He doesn't care because Seward's right there. They can heal up much faster.
Yeah.
I mean, we're assuming Seward's going to do at least 2 damage here, so he's down to 4 already. He could even be down to 2 if it's a Heavenly Host. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Nasty. Okay.
Oh, that's GG,
So,
I think.
that is GG, yes. Ooh, that hurts so much.
Because they're both going to play their guns.
Yeah,
So, you
yeah.
can't stop it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And he can escape.
No, he can't escape because of Aggie. Wow. Well,
Yeah.
fair enough. That renewed
That was
vigor worked out.
Oh man, that was.
God, absolutely ruthless.
That was just a butchery. Should we call the police? And like the full trail. You have no idea which city, and just
he just went straight.
Goes in and just kills him.
Just went straight for Dracula. Wow. That's if Werecraft's playing like this is very concerning for everybody else. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I am really concerned right now.
Because I mean, like, what I was saying at the beginning, that wasn't me just trying to hype it up. Like, Ondra's not a bad player. Like I've said it before. Like, he caused Werecraft problems in the previous league. I've lost to Ondra before, and especially I'd say like Dracula is his strength. So that was just an absolutely just ruthless performance there, done in 40 minutes. That was not the game I was expecting, but Werecraft's clearly in good form. I was saying in the preview that Werecraft, I mean, I'm not a betting man, and there's so many good people in this tournament, but if I had to, if you put a gun at me and said, bet on one player to win, I'd probably say Werecraft. He pushed me to the limit in the one last year. His hunter play is just amazing.
Mad at you because of that.
Say again?
I could even be mad at you for that bet, because Werecraft is a very scary player.
He even had money trail as well, so wow.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That this was like a lot of stuff went exactly for Werecraft, right? He got newspaper in the only spot that counters strategy that Ondra went for. He got no other scouting events, so he got full on events.
I'm just gonna ask Werecraft if he had the stake. I'd be really interested. Or did and deduce it was. Oh, wow, well played. Oh, well played then. He had the stake when he searched the vampire. Oh, he thought I had time. Wow, that's a great deduction. Then he was able to use it on the reckless afterwards. That's very well. That's very good play.
And he's right. He had time.
He did have time.
Yeah, and all correct. He needed the stake for the reckless.
Yeah, I think it was the fact he searched it in the day, so it wouldn't have been as bad. Ah. Yeah. Wow. Very impressive. Just had one. He didn't even know where he was. Not like he knew where Dracula was and was like, "Oh, right, I'll dive in now." He didn't actually know where he was. I mean, it's illogical. You could deduce as maybe Lisbon, but it didn't have to be. It could have been Bordeaux. It could have been. He didn't even play Speedy Telegraph to rule out Bordeaux first with Van Helsing. He just went in with Seward immediately.
Yeah, he could have went with Helsing even to Madrid to just check,
for example,
when it was on the trail.
Yep. Oh well. I haven't got much more to say about it. It was a fun game, not the long epic one I was hoping for, but it just sometimes the game goes that way.
It still was epic.
Oh yeah, and it really shows just the power. Yeah, I agree with Ondra. Yeah, I think, he just got on the right spot. But then, maybe just deduce the way Dracula went. But I thought it was going to be more likely he would have been he would have been in Santander that day, not Lisbon. But fair enough. You picked right. Yeah, well. Any closing remarks?
I'm stirred, what can I say?
Yeah, it'll be very interesting when you two play against each other. Well, we'll look forward to that one. Oh well, okay, I'm going to go off and watch Strider's perspective of the game that was on earlier. Well, thank you very much for joining, WcKaczek. Hopefully we'll be able to get you back in the commentary booth at some point. It was great to have you here.
Thank you. I hope to get back here too.
Cool. And thank you everybody for watching. Just let everybody know, in the description of this video, you'll find the links to all the other people from the community who are recording videos, so you can find them, and there'll be a link to the playlist where you find all of the games from this year's League of Dracula. And if you've watched all of them and you want to watch some more, there are 2 other playlists on my channel from the League of Dracula last year and the spring regionals tournament that we had this year, so you can check all them out. And see you in the next video very soon. Take care. Bye bye.